be gone. The EV274 was a unit originally that ELMO co-developed with CLI, and it was made to go in a briefcase, and it actually folds down pretty cool and walks away in your briefcase. And if you want some of these, they're being blown out at pretty cheap prices right now. The 360 did built-in base light. The original EV unit that any company ever made, or this type of document camera, was made by ELMO. That was the EV308. It just had a little base light for a slide. This was the first one that used a full base light. But like I said, these two are going away, and the main line now is made up of the EV400 and the EV500. Both units feature a 10-to-1 power zoom. They feature arm lights, all balanced for daylight at 5200K. They feature base lights. If I can remember where the base... RS-232? Yes, RS-232 control. The EV400 outputs composite and S. The EV500 outputs RGB sync.
What's that little device up there?
It has an optional, you can hook via the RS-232 port. They sell an optional remote control, which is an infrared receiver and an infrared emitter control. All of the base units, like the EV400, offer positive and negative switching. They offer color in black and white. And part of this unit, as it's named the visual presenter, the idea was in a teleconferencing type mode, which was the target market when these units originally came out, you could hook two other types of external video devices. Most commonly was a VHS and like another camera in the room. And the presenter could switch back and forth without ever leaving the visual presenter to that extra camera source. And one thing that I really wish I could find, this is an optional for magnifying, for slides, or whatever you call it, microscope slides. You can actually put this box in the unit and look at bacteria. Yes. Yeah, this is a microscope adapter. But the whole concept, once again, behind the visual presenter is whatever medium you bring to it, whether it be a printed page, a slide, a negative. This guy will actually zoom down inside a 35mm slide mount, so you don't see any of the border. It'll go into a 35mm negative, and you can switch it. It is actually for multiple media, whether it be three-dimensional objects, transparencies.
What's the price of those?
We're talking retail, right?
Yeah.
$52.50 on the EV500, and this guy is $46.50, $46.95, somewhere in that realm. The slide adapter, I believe, is like $150. The EV700 has all the basic features that we talked about before, with the exception of this is a 3-chip camera, 700 line. Retails at $14,500. And it is amazing. The one thing you'll have on these units when you talk about straight text is, if you're really getting picky about looking at typewritten size text, in all honesty, with the 400, 500, you are not going to look at a whole printed page of information. You have got to pick out a section of that paper and zoom in on it. With the EV700, it's a small reach to do a full printed page, but you put it up on a large projected image or send it across, it is a very usable quality image. The 3-chip definitely helps out for that. It's not a cheap unit, but there are some other units out there which are kind of hand-built units, which are actually in the $40,000 to $50,000 price range, and you can see full XY axis, RS-232 control. Unfortunately, they have, I don't like the X-ray they're using here. It looks much bigger if you're using an X-ray. This also can orient the image, so you can either be looking at it as a horizontal or as a vertical. It's pretty hot. With an 11x17 X-ray, you can actually get edge-to-edge of the video format, the whole X-ray. And then, of course, the doctor could zoom in from any point. 35 235 unfortunately has pan on the slide. It's just a straight zoom in on the center, zoom out on the center.